Good morning everybody. It is a very cloudy morning. I'm out here in the field. Let me see if I can kind of give you a view, all kind of slow. And there's my cell tower, so I'm really lucky. I got very good cell service. Okay? Sun trying to peek out. Matt, I'm back. But I'm using my little hand cell phone holder, whatever you want to call it. But today I thought I would talk about what it's like traveling as a Christian. Now, I know a lot of you all know me as just being a nomad. But and I never spoke about anything that I encountered in my way, in my travels. I never discussed the people that I met, per se. I never did discuss them with anybody because I've always felt that it was a private matter. Not for myself only, but for them as well. But even though I had backslidden quite a bit, I always spoke about the Lord, and I always witnessed to people when I had an opportunity, or they actually, if they started talking about being a Christian, then I started being able to witness, just in case, because a lot of times, like I said in my other video, we call ourselves Christians, but are we? And what I've also noticed that a lot of times, especially with us women, and men too, though, really, but when we're out there, most of the time we're not out there by choice. We're out there by necessity. And a lot of my friends, even from some of my comments, I hear, well, I'm kind of afraid. Well, like I said before in other videos, I've never been afraid. But I can understand fear. And I guess, I was talking to Noah this morning, and I was telling him, all these years that I was by myself, because Noah and I have only been traveling together 2 years. It's a little over 2 years. But what I found was that I started thinking, and I said, Noah, all these years that I've traveled, I've never had problems with my vehicle where I couldn't afford to fix it. I was never without food. I always had extra money. Even though I had no money, I always had extra. Because I'm very frugal. I said, I was sick one time. One time I was sick, and that was back in 2017. The end of 2016, the beginning of 2017. That's the only time I was ever sick. And I thought, I never realized until just now thinking about it, how blessed I have been all these years, and how my Lord has taken care of me all of these years. And, I never really thought about saying, gee, thank you, Lord. Thank you, because you're taking care of me. You have provided every way. Although one thing I always did is when I take off, I would always say, angels, my mechanical angels take care of my vehicle. I always have said that. I pray to my mechanical angels to take care of my vehicle. And I've never had problems when I was by myself. Now, I'm not going to say, since Noah and I have been partnering together and traveling that I haven't had some issues. Yes, I have. But even so, a lot of us are out there and we're afraid and we're scared and we're wondering from one day to the other what's going to happen. Am I going to have enough money to buy food? Am I going to have enough money for gas? Am I going to have enough money for this? How about my health? Things like that. But you know what? You give it to God. And I've learned that He takes care of all of our needs. Ask and ye shall receive. Ask God to help you. Ask God to protect you. Ask God to make sure that you have enough food to eat. You don't need a pantry full when you're traveling because you don't have a pantry. Number one. But He always provides. There's always something, when you think, oh my God, I'm running out of food, something comes around. Always there's a provision. Always. I've never had not be without food. I always was able to save money. I wonder why. He helped me. If without Him, I would have never made it. Almost 35 years of traveling. Oh, come on. Something bad should have happened, and it didn't. It didn't, because He provided. I met a lot of Christians on my travels. I've met a lot of Christians on my travels. And I've met a lot of people that weren't. My fault is that I didn't witness to those that I should have witnessed to. I didn't. I had the opportunity. I had the means, but I didn't do it. I don't have no one to blame but myself. I don't. I don't know why I didn't. Sometimes it's maybe because I didn't want them looking at me weird, like, how horrible that is. Like, He died on the cross for me, and I'm worried about somebody looking at me weird? Oh, come on. Think about it. He was on that cross. He died for us. He shed His blood for us. And we feel kind of strange to talk to people about Him, about His great love for us, how nobody can love us like He loves us. Oh my God. I'm so ashamed of how I was. And those that I witnessed to, a lot of them were already Christians. It was just more of a conversation that we had, a praise. Yeah, a moment of praise. Well, now I know what I'm supposed to do. Now it's not just going out there and meeting people, which I will, of course, but opening my mouth. Opening my mouth. Have no fear. Hey, the cross saved me. So what is my responsibility? The cross saved me. So if you're concerned about if you're going to meet any Christians when you're out there, don't be concerned. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of them. And there's a lot of them out there that are actually witnessing. You'd be amazed. You see YouTube. Okay, like, is it Boxcar? What's her name? I can't remember it. Oh my God. Okay, my mind's blank right now, but she's amazing. She's amazing. And Glow is amazing. You can see the love of God and the love she has for God on her. Boxcar D. That's it. That's it. I knew I'd remember it sooner or later. You find a lot of people. Oh my goodness. How about Kevin, Camper Van Kevin? How he praises God all the time. How he gives God thanks all the time. Come on, we have a lot out there. We have a lot of us out there, but we can't just sit back and say, I am a Christian, and not do nothing to help someone else find the Lord. Because the times are short, and they're getting shorter every single day. So I hope I expressed and I explained this the best I know how to. I kind of get lost sometimes in my, when I'm talking, I can skip from one thing to another because that's the way my mind works, always has, you know. What do they call that, ADHD? Well, I have had it all my life, but never took meds for it. But anyway, sometimes subjects I skip. And I go back to them, but I have to go to the next subject that's in my head at the moment. So please excuse me if sometimes I confuse you, but it's okay. I don't, you know, it's me. I can't change who I am. So until later, I love you all. Peace, take care. And if you're going to go out there on this highway of the nomadic life, pray, pray, pray before you go. And pray, pray, pray while you're going on that highway. Love y'all. Peace. God bless you.